wouldn't believe how many times I've heard people say that trading is too hard, and it's mostly from people who have not even tried it. I've been in trading for 4 years, and let me tell you, it's one of the fastest ways to level up and get what you want. All you need is a computer and internet, and that's literally it. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I've never been on stock market. I don't want to lose my hard-earned savings. Don't worry, I've got an answer for that too. But first, let me show you how this works. Let's start by opening up the laptop, or you can even do this from your phone. It's just more convenient for me to demonstrate on my laptop. Next, I'm setting up the platform. Set the time expiration for 30 seconds. Let's start with $25. Today we're going to keep it simple. No fancy talk about trading 1,000. We would choose a time frame for 15 seconds. Today's star indicator is the RSI indicator. And let's make sure its visibility is clear and understandable. Set the line thickness to 3 pixels. Great. Now we would choose 4 currency pairs. All right, let's see what we have here. Here in a downtrend moment, and the RSI is starting to move down, so I open a deal with put option to continue this movement. What we see here is a downward movement of the price chart, and the RSI drops to the level of 30. Then back to the 50 mark, and then further downward movement. $48 were earned. It is great. Adjusting the amount. I am moving to the next currency pair. What can we see here? We can observe that the RSI is below the level of 30 in the oversold zone. We see now almost touching the mark of 30. There is an up movement here at this moment. Actually, because of this, I've opened a call option because our RSI has started to increase. Also, the price chart needs some correction after such strong red candles. Waiting for the time expiration. I can already tell some of you are feeling lost. What is she doing? Why that? How do I know what buttons to press? Guys, relax. I was once a beginner too, and I totally get it. If you have any questions about how the platform works, don't hesitate to text me on Telegram. I'll leave my contact link in the description. It was pretty close, but the trade had finished with plus $92. Let's move on to the next currency pair. We can see that there is a strong downward movement here. The RSI is not in the oversold zone. Because of this, I boldly open a put option to continue this global downward movement. We go down, just lower, lower, lower. The RSI is not in the oversold zone. Please note, this is a key factor. Therefore, it is possible to open a short position here if the RSI was in the oversold zone as it was here. Then I would not open a position to the downside. All right, we're back in profit, guys. Let's move on to the next currency pair. We see that we have a strong downward movement here. The RSI is not in the oversold zone. Because of this, I will open a put option to continue the downward movement. When the RSI will be below the level of 30, then we can consider with a long position. Super! RSI is pretty stable today. It is still near the lower zone but has not crossed the 30 mark, which is encouraging. Let me break down the RSI indicator a bit more. First off, it's one of the most popular indicators out there. And second, it helps us see major price shifts and whether buyers or sellers are in control. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. It helps traders track prices, changes, and show them in percentage terms from 0 to 100%. You'll find it in the field below in the main chart. Now, pay attention. Don't sell when the RSI is below 30%. That's actually time to buy. And don't buy when the RSI is above 70%. That's the time to sell, between 30 and 70%. It's a blue zone where the indicator is neutral. It's really straightforward. You'll see it all in action right now. So guys, if you're looking to level up your theoretical knowledge, head over to my Telegram channel. I'll break down everything nice and simple and give practical advice on how technical analysis really works. But if you're not really into all the theory and just want to start making a little extra on the side, I've got great news for you. I host live sessions every day with over 1,000 people watching. You can see everything I do and follow along in real time. Just this morning, folks made an average of $650 each. Not bad, right? And that was in just one session. I trade several times a day, once again on this. Don't wait. Click on the link in the description and shoot me a message that you're ready to join us. Subscribe to the channel with the first link in the description or the pinned comment. I'll adjust the amount and move on to the next currency pair. We see a reversal in progress here. There was a break. The RSI was below the level of 30. It is an oversold zone, and there was a reversal of the market movement. Because of this local structure tells us that an upward movement is underway. Because of this, I'll open a call option to the upside on a trend, waiting for expiration time. Great! Recorded a profit. I increase the amount and move on to the next currency pair. We can observe a general downward movement here. Also, here we have such a range from which upper boundary we go into the downside. Because the general movement is downward, our RSI is pushing away from the 50 mark. Well, we can take a downward reaction to the downside from here. $1,242. Great result. Not long ago, my followers and I hit an impressive 28,505. You could have been one of them just by copying my moves. You'll find the link to my channel in the description of this video. Don't miss out. Join my Telegram and my trading sessions for free today. Let's move on to the next currency pair. Here we see a downward movement, and on the continuation of this downward movement, I open a put option and wait for the expiration time. Because the RSI is not in the oversold zone here, which means that the road down is open. Because of this, I've opened put option. All right, we've earned $2,384, my friends. I'm moving on to the next currency pair. Here we see a local sideways movement like this from the upper boundary, of which I go short. I'm also shorting because our global movement is downward. And the RSI is also pointing lower, so we need to look at short positions. As a matter of fact, I did. Super. That's a super great result. Congratulations. RSI really came through for us today. Thanks to it and reading the chart properly, we've hit $4,577 starting from just $25. Now, tell me, where else can you make over $4.5 grand in just 8 minutes? If you can, I swear I'll give away everything I've made today. So, have I proved to you that trading is simple, especially with the right mentor? The results speak for themselves. Anyway, I gotta go. My live session is about to start and you can still make it. Catch you soon.